One of the things that bothers me about Call of Duty currently is that it lacks class commitment. Whether it's a perk or a wildcard, there are many things that allow us to use two primaries on a single class. Someone in Modern Warfare could have a shotgun as a secondary with their M4, and somebody in Cold War could have a MAC-10 as the secondary with their Tundra. Now there is some class commitment here. If you want to make a really good Overkill class in any COD game, you're going to have to probably give up the other perks in the tiers, which is important. And if you want to switch to them quickly, you also want to put on whatever the fast hands or amped equivalent is, or the gung-ho equivalent is. In a lot of situations, it might not be necessary if your secondary is a sniper rifle to run gung-ho in Cold War so you can switch to it faster, but if you're running a primary weapon as a secondary, you probably want to be able to pull it out when things are at their worst, and in Call of Duty, that's usually when things are also at their fastest. So there is some class commitment. I'm not saying that every time somebody has two primaries, they're ruining the game and they have it for free. I think that in a way about lethals and tacticals sometimes, but I don't really think that about Overkill. But what bothers me about Overkill is it does allow for a playstyle that doesn't have to have any one playstyle, and that versatility is very, very cool. But now that we have Call of Duty games where there are attachments that make your gun lighter, whether taking off the stock or you're using a certain barrel, they make your gun lighter. They increase the movement speed that you have when equipped with that weapon. I think all future Call of Duties should allow me to shorten the barrel on my gun, take off the stock, and at the expense of, I don't know, bullet velocity, recoil control, overall stability, I at least have a lighter, more versatile weapon, and some of you already know where I'm going with this. In case you don't know, in Call of Duty, it's only the weight of the weapon in your hands that matters. But in my opinion, it should be both weapons at the same time. Now maybe when you put a weapon on your back, you move 10% faster by default, because it's on your back. It's not in your hands, it's not weighing you down in your front, it's weighing you down on your back. This might not be realistic, but let's say a gun that you're holding takes you down to 80% of the base movement speed. Putting it on your back would take you to 90. It's that simple. And if the gun you're holding takes you to 90% movement speed, putting on your back brings you back up to, you guessed it, good for you, 100. Awesome, right? I think that would work really well. This way, if somebody wanted to use an assault rifle and a sniper rifle, they'd want to do a couple things. They would have to equip the perk or wildcard that allows them to have two primary weapons on their person. Then they'd want the perk, or potentially in the future an attachment that allows them to switch to their weapon faster. Future Call of Duty games could have different sling attachments that allow you to pull out your gun at different speeds, or, could just have like a fast hands equivalent perk that allows you to pull out your secondary quicker. Alright, cool. But if this player making this class decides to use a fully kitted out sniper rifle and a fully kitted out assault rifle with maximum range and recoil control and stabilization, this motherfucker is gonna be really heavy. It's gonna be like he's using a fully kitted out LMG while holding an assault rifle because of the sniper on his back hurting his movement speed. So what the player's going to have to do is use the no stock attachment in a short barrel, and do that until he's gaining, 30% increase to his movement speed. I don't know, I don't want to go through all the numbers, but you see what I'm saying. The person should have to essentially nerf the guns, make them smaller, make them lighter if they want to run two of them. So maybe the sniper would have a shorter barrel and a less heavy stock, and maybe not the highest zoom optic, because these things weigh down guns. We already see this in Black Ops Cold War and Modern Warfare, where certain attachments just make your gun heavier. Don't run a 50-round magazine if you want the gun to be light. Don't run the heaviest, longest barrel that helps your range the mostest, because it's also going to affect your handling the worstest. That is such a simple concept, and I don't know why we don't have that in our Call of Duty games, because I don't like somebody in Modern Warfare running a fully kitted out M4 for long range, speed, accuracy, whatever it might be, the nose stock, marksman barrel, red dot, Merc foregrip, 60 round mag, I don't fucking know. Just a really good M4. And then their secondary is a fully kitted out SPR, or a fully kitted out AX50, or a fully kitted out, shotgun of some kind. I think that if you want to run a shotgun secondary in Modern Warfare, if you don't want to be slow as shit, you should have to take the stock off and run a short barrel, and it's really going to be a secondary shotgun at this point. You could also have it so a fast hand perk doesn't affect certain weapons, so pull out your secondary faster, and then it could have in parentheses, this does not help LMGs or sniper rifles or DMRs. One of the things I love about Call of Duty Black Ops 1 is that there's no overkill. So if you're running an L96, you are a sniper. That sniper is heavy, that sniper is not the best to quickscope with, so you have to, plan accordingly. I think it actually hurts creativity a little bit when players can kind of just have whatever they want. And while I do think it's good that you have to give up other perks to run Overkill or other wildcards to run Lawbreaker, I think it's also good that there are perks that are required for faster weapon swapping. So again, you are giving up a decent amount of shiz in order to run good Overkill loadouts. But I think we could go deeper. I think we could add a little bit more depth, and it would make sense. It's a weight system. That way, when you're making a loadout, you're more likely to make a loadout for a specific playstyle than just to have everything at once. And if you want to have everything at once, you can have it, but it comes at the cost of your speed. But anyway, I could be talking out of my ass. This is an idea I have. Overkill isn't ruining Call of Duty for me or anything like that. I just think that when you're building your loadout, you're building your class into a playstyle that you want to take part in, and when you can basically just take part in two playstyles, it's a little less special. It actually takes a little bit less creativity, and even though there are some trade-offs into doing that, I feel like there should be a little bit more. Let me know what you think. Do you think loadouts should be a little bit more sacred, so when you're building the sniper loadout, it's more of a sniper loadout? When you're building an LMG loadout, it's more of an LMG loadout? Or do you like the fact that Call of Duty players don't really have to make that kind of commitment and it works better for the more casual environment that Call of Duty is? So let me know if I'm overthinking this. I'll see you when I see you guys. Goodbye.